Hello, my name is Diana Bautista and I'm going to explain how did I do my first assignment. And I just put here my name, ID, date, and then let's get started. So the first point is to assign values to variables, and the first step is to assign a number to the variable x. I assigned the number 2 to the variable x, and then I had to increment the number x. I had to put this sign symbol equal and then 2, which will increment my x 2 times. So this should be x should be 4. So I'm going to print x. What is x? 4. And then I created another additional operation, and I said that x times 2, then exponential 3. So let's run this code, Control Enter, and this is my answer. The first question is 4, and then the second operation here is this is the answer. Now I also said that x was equal to 5 plus 4 times 3, exponential 3. So what is x? Control Enter, this is the answer. So that's how you assign values to variables. The second question is to find a solution using the Pythagorean theorem in Python. So the first step is to create three variables, x, y, and z, which is I created here, and then assign them to three values, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. Find the sum of each value squared individually. So the value square will be equal to x exponential 2 plus y exponential 2 plus z exponential 2, and then w. Once we square individually, we have to print the square root of that value, which is the Pythagorean distance in 3 dimensions. So that will be the answer. W is my answer, which is equal to this function. W squared, which is this is the answer for this equation. And this exponential is 0.5, which is the square root. And W is my answer. Control Enter, and this is the answer. 5.4. Number 3, the input function. So step number 1, create a user input interface that prompts the user for their name, save the input value to a variable. So name, I'm going to put the input, but I'm going to assign a variable to that input because usually you can leave it alone, but then I'm going to put this question, what is your name? And then I'm going to print, which is the second step, greet the user by saying hello. So print hello, the name of the person, and then the name is the user's name. So let's run this. Control Enter. What is your name? Diana. Then it will say hello, Diana. So that is how you use the function input here. Then the second is to ask the user to rate their day, giving them a prompt for a number between 1 and 10, 10 being the best day, 1 being the worst day. So I'm going to print how would you rate your day on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best day, 1 being the worst day. The rate will be the input, rate day. And then print, which is the step number 4, tell the user enjoy your rate. The rate will be the input here. And then the name will be the name of the user. And let's see. So print enjoy your plus rate day, which will be equal to this input, and then day plus name, which is name is this input here. Control Enter. And sometimes this box comes first than the question. Let's go ahead and try this. Restart. Control Enter, Diana. And then Control Enter. Okay, 7. So here you can see this first statement, how will you rate your day? And then the rate day is the input, which is 7, and then print enjoy your rate, which is 7, day, Diana, which is the name. Number 4, finding the least common multiple. We have to set a pair of variables equal to 24 and 36 and an iterator equal to. Initialize the loop, the while loop. So we have to use the while loop that is always true and an iterator that starts at 1. Create a mathematical operation that checks if the iterator evenly divides in both numbers. Remember the module operators, this percentage sign. Set up a condition to break out the loop and print out the LCM of the two numbers. So we're going to use this function. We're going to set it as true to initialize the while loop, and then the first divisor will be for 34, second divisor for 36, iterator equal to 1, while counting if I, iterator, percentage sign first divisor is equal compared to 0, and I, again, second divisor is equal compared to 0, then print the least common multiple of the first divisor, 24, and 36, second divisor is the iterator here, 1, break. And then iterator plus equal 1 will add the solution. So the least common multiple of 24 is 36, and 36 is 72. 5. Building conversational boost using Python. Build conversational boot. The first boot will ask the user 2 questions and include the user's answer in each of its follow-up responses. The second boot will ask a question that requires a numerical answer. Different responses will be given to a different number of scales. First, create the first boot. It should ask the user 2 random questions, example, their age and their name. So the first one here, I put print, what is your name? So the name is the input, okay? Print, so the second point is have the boot respond to each question using their answer in the response. So here I'm going to say, really, the name, which is the answer, is my name too. And then I'm going to print, how old are you? Age is the input, print, I am age, which is the answer for age 2. Control Enter. What is your name? Let's try this again. I don't know what is coming first. Control Enter. Okay, never mind. Diana. Really? Diana is my name too. How old are you? 27. Oh, or 17. I am 72. 17 too. Now, the second boot should ask the user a question to answer on a scale of 1 to 10. Example, how much do you like Mondays on a scale from 1 to 10? So I use ice cream. So I put here print how much do you like ice cream on a scale from 1 to 10. Rate will be the input, but the input has to be a number. And because it has to be a number, we have to mention this is an integer. And then the rate will be the answer, the input. So if the rate, which is a number, is bigger than 5, print, wow, you must love ice cream. Else, print, wow, you must hate ice cream. Control Enter. I'm going to say, well, 8. Wow, you must love ice cream. And then let's say that maybe I don't like ice cream, so wow, you must hate ice cream with the number 2, which is less than 5. And those are the answers.